they plan to make history here this evening.
What's going on, everybody? We're back. Been gone. Took a little hiatus. Had to heal some wounds. But we're healthy now. We're ready to play. We're going to give 110%. We had a double bye week. Very rare in the prognosticator world, but we took one. Coming off, though, last week, if you followed us on Twitter, I'm just going to get this shit out of the way, at STL Jason Lee, about an hour and a half before game time, I got on there and I was like, I saw a little fact that like 90% of the money was on Seattle to cover against St. Louis. And I put 85% of the public money is on Seattle today to beat the Rams at 6.5. If that doesn't sound, or it doesn't say beware, Vegas isn't in it to lose money. And guess what? Rams went ahead and just said, fuck it, we'll win. Of course, it took a little trickery, but another big fucking lead blown. But so we were 1-0 last week. Suck it, 1,000% last week. So we're coming off a really good week. We're going to go ahead and just get started. Toward the end of this video, we're going to talk about the YouTube Prognosticator League, a little bit of fantasy football, probably a little bit of baseball. Got a little bit to say about that shit. Our Cardinals were eliminated by the Giants again.
Eliminated by themselves, more or less.
You know, we'll get to that here in a second. Yeah. But let's go ahead and get started with the games this week. We very rarely get a video out this early, so we're able to do the Sunday or Thursday game, which on paper it looks to be really good. A lot of fantasy implications for me. So I will be watching, but we got San Diego going to Denver. San Diego's an 8-point underdog on the road. And the over-under is 52.5. I am actually going to take Denver. I'll take those 8 points. Broncos have been playing very well lately, and I'm scared to death for our Rams here in a few weeks because we have to face this, and I just don't think it's going to be very pretty. But San Diego in Denver plays very well. These games tend to always be fairly close. I think San Diego's covered twice in the last 3 years or something like that in Denver, or the last 2 times they played, they've covered. It's a divisional game. I'm going to go ahead and take Denver plus 8, but give me that over at 52.5.
You're taking San Diego plus 8?
Yes.
You said Denver plus 8.
No, I'm in San Diego.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rivers has played well in Denver. That's one place he tends to play well for some reason. I'll go and get it out of the way. You've got the St. Louis Rams going to Kansas City. Kansas City is favored by 7 points. You know, St. Louis coming off a really good victory at Seattle.
Which makes us world champs.
Yes. And
you got to beat the man to be the man?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Now we're going for the Governor's Cup.
Yes, that Governor's Cup, thank God.
I looked at this. I heard an interesting stat today where I think the Rams have had 48 run plays go to the outside, and they've given up like 8.2 yards per carry on those runs. And if you look at what Kansas City does with Jamal Charles, that's going to be their move. So I just like Kansas City at home. I think you see a little bit of a letdown by the Rams. I don't want to see that, but if I have to bet money, I'm putting it on Kansas City to cover -7 here. My
thoughts exactly. I've actually got this game too. I'm always going to do the Rams game. I mean, it's stuff we see every day. And like I said, last week I liked them against Seattle at home. This week on the road I don't. I'll take the Chiefs -7. I do like the under on this one at 44.5. I think the pass rush of the Chiefs is going to, just like San Francisco did to Austin Davis a couple weeks ago, they're going to keep him moving. And he didn't fare too well when he had to move his legs and get out of that pocket. I think the Rams do have a chance at a running game this week, but that's only going to slow this game down a little bit more. I don't know if it's going to help them to keep it close, but it will keep that under in a little bit better situation with the Rams trying to maybe control the clock. But I just don't think they're going to be able to cover the 7 points. So I'll take the Chiefs -7 and also the under at 44.5. And since we just covered the same one, I'm going to go ahead and also take the over on Sunday's game in London, future home of the Jaguars, from what I've heard. Just a fucking joke. You cannot have a fucking American football team. I don't give a fuck if you're trying to expand your brand. Don't put a fucking team in London. I just don't like that at all. They want that to start your own fucking league.
They did the European League, didn't they?
Yeah. Kurt Warner came from there. You guys had your fucking chance. You had fucking MVPs. But I do like that over at 47 points for the Lions and Falcons. Look for them to just have one hell of a day, just going up and down the field. Defense be gone. The only reason I'm saying that is the over on these London games have shown up. Even I think when the Rams only scored 7 one time, I think they got outscored 45-7 by the Patriots. So I think the over's covered quite a bit on these. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the over.
Yeah, you get a lot of bad weather in London too this time of year. A lot of rain. And
You know what? Bad weather necessarily, I don't equates to low scoring sometimes. It seems like the defense has to make that move. So
yeah. My next game, I'm gonna take. We got Miami favored by 6 points going to Jacksonville. Jacksonville coming off a victory over Cleveland, and I heard a stat where a team that has had 2 wins over playoff-bound teams from the previous year at home, and they go on the road, they've lost like 26 out of something. And it was just ridiculous. And you look at Cleveland, how well they played at home, and then they go to Jacksonville and just tank it. But Jacksonville, they've looked better. Denard Robinson, the quarterback from Michigan, has a big game at running back, over 100 yards.
Their defense has played a lot better too.
Yeah, well, you got Bradley, the defense coordinator from Seattle down there, so you're going to see some improvement there. But I look at Miami offensively; they're playing well. You've got some injuries, but I like Miami's defense. I like Miami's defense to cause some turnovers and get some pressure on Bortles this week. So I'm going to take Miami -6 to win this game.
I did pick up Tannehill.
Did you really?
Just to let you know.
You pick up whoever's going against Jacksonville after you just said Jacksonville's defense has improved.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
I mean, you had Hoyer last week.
I did have Hoyer. Oh, my God. Oh, next up for me, this is just a pick'em game right now. It's Baltimore at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's at home. I don't know, and this all hinges on if A.J. Green is playing. It's a little bit early in the week. I don't know what the status is.
I don't either. I haven't heard.
If he's not playing, I'm going to go ahead and take Baltimore. Cincinnati's fallen off the earth here the last 2 games. And with this being just a pick'em game, for Baltimore to go in there and beat them, I just see no problem with that. Without A.J. Green, of course. A.J. Green shows up, and he's healthy. Oh, Jesus. All Calvin Johnson owners know about this. This bullshit where they're using people as, not fakes, what do you call it? Decoy. Jimmy Graham was
Yeah, I didn't play him in
decoy.
my leagues.
Calvin Johnson, decoy. It's fucking fantasy owners up. Stop it. Stop doing it. Just sit them down and get them healthy. But I'm going to go ahead and take Baltimore. Going to Cincinnati, just win. It's a pick 'em game. Why not?
Yeah, I did this game, but I didn't do the point spread. I did the over-under. Over-under right now is at 46. If Green's not playing, Cincinnati has not proven that they can move the ball. You got Giovanni Bernard, but they cannot move the ball consistently without Green.
Yeah,
if he's not playing, I don't see them putting up a lot of points. And Baltimore's defense is playing well. Cincinnati's defense has not played as well. Of course, Maliuga, the linebacker, was out last week. I like this to be a lower scoring game, so I'm going to take the under on the point spread here. I just don't see a lot of production if Green's not playing.
Yeah, he's just like Calvin Johnson in Detroit. They're struggling a little bit moving the ball without him being in there. Mm-hmm. But the only thing, Demaryius Thomas, if he was gone, I would say Broncos probably wouldn't be affected at all. But that's their quarterback. My last but not least pick. This one is just an upset pick, and it's just basically going on what I've been kind of trying to do here lately against public money, going against the people in the know. I think the kids call them sharps. Right now, all public money, like 97, 98%, now it's early in the week, is on the Texans right now to cover 2.5 points against Tennessee. I'm just going to go ahead and take Tennessee in an upset. We saw what happened Sunday night, or was that Monday night? Where did Pittsburgh and Houston play? Monday night. Houston looked all right, but then they just fell apart. Fitzpatrick is not a good quarterback.
Dude, he is consistently at least 1 to 2 interceptions a game.
He just looks horrible to me. And I'm sitting here with Andre Johnson sweating my balls off to the very last play till he finally got some passes. But Arian Foster looks like he's still in good shape. But, if you've got a quarterback that's not going to play very well, Arian Foster is just going to get stacked up. So go ahead and give me Tennessee in an upset this weekend, and that's just basically solely going on all the public money's on the Texans, and like I said in my tweet last week, Vegas isn't in it to lose money. So, they're not going to let somebody say, oh, shit, yeah, they know something more than we do. I mean, there's people that fucking set these lines that would make us all look like idiots, and which we are. Well, I am already when it comes to this. So, give me Tennessee in an upset, just off the numbers, off the statistical numbers of the betting.
My next game, I've got Seattle favored by 5.5 points going on the road to Carolina. When I look at these two teams, obviously defensively they're both pretty good. Carolina, especially in the front seven, I think they can get some pressure on Wilson. And when you look historically over the last several years, when these teams have played, it's been a lower scoring game. I think 2 years ago they played in Carolina. It was early in the season. It was like 7-6, or it was just something ridiculous. So I think Carolina can do enough. Seattle on the road is not the same team. Carolina at home, I like them to cover 5.5. I didn't even look at the over-under. I would guess I'd probably take the under on this.
It's over on the computer.
I'm assuming it's around 40-42, but I just don't see a high-scoring game, but who knows. I like Carolina to cover this game. And last but not least, you've got Oakland going on the road to Cleveland. Cleveland's favored by 7. I look for Cleveland to rebound after that crap fest last week. Oakland does not impress me at all.
We seeing Johnny Football?
You've got to at some point.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't you?
How bad can he be to not replace Hoyer?
Don't you just start him?
But I like Cleveland at home here. I think they're going to rebound. Oakland, like I said, has not played well. Yeah, they did play San Diego close 2 weeks ago, 31-28. But I like Cleveland here to cover 7.
Sweet. Well rested. Quick video. We gave you our picks. I think we're going to be 1,000% again this week. Before we get out of here, we are from St. Louis. Our St. Louis Blues are playing the Vancouver Canucks, I think, tomorrow night. And Ryan Miller, I heard, is not going to fucking play.
Yeah.
You fucking pussy. You fucking pussy, man. You suck and you know it. You're just... that's where the backbone... That's why you fucking got... Oh, fuck that. That just pisses me off even more. We sat there and bought him for fucking... I mean, we didn't... I don't think we gave up much for him, but... You were going to help us, and you're fucking pussy, man. That's all it is. You got no heart, so fuck it. I'm sure he watched. He's going to watch this and be like, oh my God, maybe I am.
We hit a nerve.
Oh. And next up, our Cardinals got knocked out of the playoffs by the Giants again. I think we were a better team than the Giants, but the Giants, it's the same fucking team, it seems like, that they've had. Mix in a couple different relievers here and there for the last 6 years when we play them, and it just seems like we, on paper, have a better team, but yet they get it done in the playoffs. This year it was Bruce Bochy outmanaging Mike Matheny. It's simple as that. Mike Matheny busts through his bullpen like, I can't even think of a kick-ass analogy, but he just busted that bullpen and doesn't know how to run it right now. Which may, for a guy that's being a catcher, you think he'd know a little bit better. But right now, I would see the Giants beating Kansas City. I mean, it's easy to say they're up 1-0, but I doubt this one goes back to Kansas City, to be honest with you. The Giants just have something this time of year that clicks, and they get it fucking done. And that's all you got to do. I don't give a shit how you do it. They're going to get it done.
It's Bochy.
Yeah, I really think it is. And even I think Ned Yost is going to be probably handed it to him managerial-wise somewhere in this series, too. Something's going to happen where Ned Yost is going to fuck up. You can almost guarantee it. But if they win tonight... it's not coming back, I can tell you that. And last but not least, our fantasy team in the YouTube Prognosticator League. Almost didn't get that one out. We were making a push. We beat Geo Nose 3 weeks ago. Big international game. I'll be honest with you, I was really surprised we did beat him. He had a pretty good team the week before, but we pulled that one off. And then not last week, but 2 weeks ago, we were down by 26 or 24 and had a quarterback going and the number one wide receiver going, and we fucking failed because it was Austin Davis and Brian Quick. Last week we won. Yay. So we're making a push. We went from 12 out of 12 to 9 out of 12 in 3 weeks. Do the math. We'll be in first place in 9 more weeks.
We got 9 weeks left?
I don't think so.
That'll be the last week of the season. Well, the playoffs are over by then. So.
But through the waiver wire, we've put together a team. We did get a trade proposal, and you haven't heard it yet.
You said you were going to tell me about this.
We had a trade proposal for Kansas City's quarterback, Alex Smith. I almost said Kelly Smith.
Kelly?
Who the hell's Kelly? Alex Smith
Really?
for Marshawn Lynch. What do you think?
They want to trade us Alex Smith?
For Marshawn Lynch.
We have Marshawn Lynch? I don't even know who's on our team.
Yeah, we have Marshawn Lynch. They have Alex Smith. How about go fuck yourself?
Who gave us that?
The guy that's 7-0, and when you look at his fucking team, and I wish I would have had this up by now, I'm looking, how the fuck are you 7-0? Your team is horrible. I mean, right now on paper, I think if we played him, we beat him this week. It's Team Collins. I think it's, I'm not really sure who it's probably. Oh, yeah, this is real good. Team Collins. This is a guy. He's got Joe Flacco, Shady McCoy, is that Andre Ellington? Julio Jones, Keenan Allen, Benjamin for his tight end. Or not Benjamin, or Kelvin, yeah.
Panthers.
Jordan Reed, Steve Smith, Broncos, and Hushka. But he's got Monte Ball. I mean, his team's horrible.
No, it's not a bad team. It's not a bad team at all.
Yeah, but if you look, he's playing in a league where we have.
But irregardless of who he has on his team, I would never in a million years make that trade.
You're back up for our number one receiver.
Alex Smith for, especially with Charles. I mean, I don't think Alex Smith gets a lot of passing touchdowns. He doesn't throw a lot. They're a running team.
Even just those fancy points that he's had, the two scrubs we had have outscored him. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to deny that trade. But we're a stock on the rise, as they say in the business world. So that's all we got. Follow us on Twitter in case every once in a while Jesus strikes me on Sunday morning and says, you need to play this way. And I will tweet it out and say, the Lord has said the Rams will win. Doesn't say it often, but when he does, boom. So till next week, we will try and get these out on Wednesday nights from here on out. So everybody can see our pretty faces and hopefully get some more subscribers.
More views, more responses.
More responses. Yeah, we love the responses. We love to talk to you. All right, that's all we got.
Take care,
See
guys.
ya.